Yo, what's good? Welcome back to Key's Prop Hunt. On today, we'll be looking for some props that we can hit on. Let's get into it. So let's first switch to the left-hand side. Who's struggling a little bit with lefties? More so there. You got Kelly versus the Angels. As I mentioned last night, you got Chanel, Meckler as well. You got Cole here just starting back. You got some decent lefties in that White Sox lineup. Montgomery. I forgot what his name is, but their lead off is a lefty too. That's pretty good. You got a Hauser at Atlanta. Let's look into this Hauser. 8% swing and strike. 152 ground ball, fly ball. Okay. Real platoon split here. 335 to lefties versus 212 to righties. Got Olsen, Harris, Baldwin. I think Baldwin's just returning this series too. Harris 292 last 30 days. Look at this sinker. He's throwing it 40% of the time. So not so much the sinker for Harris. Only 6 plate appearances. 16% K. Albies is hitting that though. 385. Just saw it against McLean. 103 off the bat. 14-degree launch angle. A couple flyouts here. Ground out. Double against Singer. Not bad launch angles either. Okay. Got Yaz here, but he's like batting like 8th or ninth. So I don't necessarily like that. You got Olsen with a barrel here. When do you get that barrel? Against McCullers. 25-degree launch angle. Okay, what's the speed on this sinker? 94. Couple strikeouts for him as well. Looks like Harris isn't getting the sinker lifted there. Where is he locating this? So he's getting in trouble when he leaves it up. Should be down in the zone. Let's look at those three. What did the weighted OBA look like? Okay. Not bad. Got Albies with the barrel. When did you barrel that? Against Watson. Home run. Okay, so Albies is lifting it there. Okay. Not a huge sample size there. Let's get this change up. So Harris is hitting the change up. Couple lineouts here, so he's hitting it on the nose. Single. 2 home runs. Okay, not bad there at all. To know Olsen does have a barrel against both those, both the sinker and the changeup. 106 off the bat against Peralta. Launch angle wasn't ideal though. Not bad. I'm pretty sure Olsen had a barrel against his sinker. Yeah, he did. Okay. Still on this four seamer too. He may lean on that for a strikeout. So Harris isn't striking out against that four seamer. So I do like that. Seen it 16 times. Olsen's just missing the ideal launch angle there. I want to say I lean Michael Harris for a hit in this one. I know he's not lifting that sinker. Should be able to sit on it though. Only 6 plate appearances, so that's kind of in the last 30. How many pitches have you seen of it? So 32. Um, I lean him for a hit there. It looks like uh Hauser is not locating that sinker well, and so he's leaving it up in the zone. Um, in which if we want to look, I don't necessarily want to click outside of the zone, but he could locate it there too. He doesn't have any. Let's see, full season. If Harris has any. So he's batting 400 there off of 5 plate appearances. So he should. I feel like he should be able to get a hit here, put it in play. Ideal exit velocities for sure when it's up in the zone. So I like Harris for a hit here, and then I kind of lean Olsen for a home run maybe. Let's look last 14 days. Harris is coming from that changeup for sure. Let's grab these 3. He's throwing the curveball a little bit too, and it's getting killed. I'm leaning Olsen for a homer just because he has barrels against both that sinker and the changeup. So possibly Olsen for a homer here. I would say Harris, but it doesn't look like he's lifting that sinker at all. So yeah, I lean let's look at Yaz because I know I saw him. I lean Olsen for a homer here. I feel like a Hauser gives it up. One of them should hit it. 2 home runs last 30 days to lefties too. So Harris for a hit. Olsen possibly for a homer there. Let's continue to go forward. San Diego don't like Merrill or Sheets. Got the Athletics yesterday. We looked at this. Kurtz ended up homering uh there. I don't think Cortez got a hit full season wise. The last 30. So he's throwing this four seamer a decent bit, which is what Kurtz hits, but he also has strikeout ability there. So got to take that into play. Cortez is not hitting that changeup at all. 250 for Kurtz here. So you got Butler. They did move him up in the lineup there for a second to bat and lead off, but I think he went back. It's about 6th or 7th in the lineup. So Kurtz does have 19 plate appearances against that changeup, though. So you do like that. Batting 500 here. You just gotta deal with. That's what I said. You gotta deal with the strikeouts with Kurtz. Like on any given day, I believe he hit 2 yesterday. He's a home run threat there, but just gotta deal with the strikeouts. 20% barrel. Does he go yard back to back off a 2 home run game? Possibly. I'm gonna lean away from it though. We got Brandon Young here on the road at Seattle, I believe. Yeah, he's on the road. And just go. Okay. Does have a reverse split here with right-handed batters. However, I do like that he doesn't really have the swing and strike stuff, as well as like he doesn't have necessarily a high K percentage, or his K to walk rate there is not high. Giving up, quite a few fly balls there as well. Hard hits there, barrels there. So I'm gonna look into him. And I believe Seattle just saw him last week. So I do like that. Okay, he's throwing this four seamer 45% of the time. So you got Canzone here, 26% barrel. This Emerson kid's doing well too, 38% K though. Don't necessarily like that. So there he is right there on the 10th actually. 97 miles off the bat, miles per hour off the bat, 23-degree launch angle. He almost hit, that's almost out. If he gets that to 25, that's out. And then, okay, 23-degree there, 27-degree. Okay. Went 340 off of him, 319. Not bad. He just homered off of it. Dude got to deal with the strikeouts here, though, looks like. Not sure what he bats to. I know Young leads off, so Emerson has to be, what, fifth, sixth? Probably sixth, I would assume. You got Young here. That's a lead off. I do like he's not Kane. He always got Naylor. Naylor puts the ball in play. Did you see one off of him? So went negative 18 there. 14-degree launch angle, 102 off the bat. So he saw it twice. Okay, put both in play. I do like that. I will look at Naylor because he's not striking out either. So he didn't see a four-seamer from Young here. Okay, let's go to splitter. Zone, 4 plate appearances. Okay, so he saw 2 here. 28-degree launch angle. Just didn't have the exit velocity. Gets that exit velocity up. That's out. And single here. Okay. Do like that for Kenzone. See Young. 99, 21. Both of them are hitting optimal launch angles here against him. I do like that. And they just saw both those pitches from him. Okay, I'll look into this curveball, but the first 2 pitches makes me want to pick both of them. And they're both hitting this. 66% barrel for Canzone. Homered off of it on the 11th and the 30th against Nelson. Hold on, let me look at his real quick. Honestly, like both Canzone and Young here for a hit. Um, and I'm leaning Canzone for a homer here. 31% barrel, 4 home runs. Had two batted ball events there in which he had the optimal launch angle. So if he sees one and can get the exit velocity on it, it should go. So yeah, that's what I'll roll with for this Baltimore and Seattle game on the left hand side. You got Sassoni here for Cleveland. Not bad. I honestly want to look at him from the right hand side, but I'll look at left real quick. A lot of red here for this four seamer outside of this Hamilton guy. Bowers is always a home run threat. Where are you locating this? Up in the zone? Looks like you're missing here. You're gonna miss. Mitchell, 40% barrel there. Hamilton. Mitchell honestly doesn't look bad there for possibly a home run. When I was watching Sassoni, I did see that he was using his cutter quite a bit. I think he was facing the Yankees when I was watching that. Yeah, like 556 there. Not bad at all. Mitchell, 444 and a barrel. This Mitchell dude might be in play for a homer. Let me see. 21 degrees. 26 there. That bout should have been out. I don't know where he was playing. Top of the ninth, Keegan Thompson. Who they just faced? I'm not sure. I think that might have been in Colorado. Maybe. Could be wrong. Okay. You like that? And Mitchell's hitting that four seamer. 27%. Had a 40% when you look at the zones. Line out there. 23 degrees on the 7th. 21 on the 7th as well. Not bad. Possibly Mitchell for a homer there. 23% barrel. Let's go last 14. Still 27% there. Mitchell may be a home run play here. Honestly, let me 156 ground ball, fly ball to lefties. I'm not sure where he is in the lineup, so that will come and play there. I don't know how many times he sees Sassoni, but he could be a home run play there. Garrett Mitchell of Milwaukee. Let's look at the right hand side just because we're already on him. So let's look at this cutter. Let's look at last 30. Okay. Got Vaughn batting 1,000. Contreras batting 375. Churro batting 250. Not bad. Churro's the person that I lean on in this one, just because I know he's been hot. 97 off the bat, 13 degree. Don't like that as much. 6, -5, -68, 66, 53. Okay. What is Contreras doing? 24. It's about gone there. And get that to 25. Increase the exit velocity. 32 degree there too as well. Okay. That's against the cutter. I don't know where you're locating that. Looks like you're trying to go down and away. So if you miss, it's going to be anywhere in there. So 400 for Choreo there. Contreras 333. Is that where you hit that 24 degree? Okay, and the 32 degree. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. Contreras may be in play for a homer there. I do like that launch angle. Let's look at this four seamer. 240 for Choreo, 21% barrel. Contreras 13% barrel. Is not hitting for average there. 15 degree. Homering off of it on the 9th. And against Hauser. Double there. Does have some ideal launch angles with this four seamer. Okay. Seen it 27 plate appearances too. I do like that. So you're seeing it quite a bit. Go Contreras here. I was about to say that 27 degree is not a home run. That's crazy. So you homered there off Barlow. Saw it on the 13th against Nola. 16 degree. Couple lineouts there. I do like these launch angles from Contreras. Okay, let's look at this. So far, I like uh Choreo for a hit. Yeah, I do like this, and he's hitting this sinker. Let's see if he's lifting it. You gotta be able to lift this. It says average -1, but let's look. So he lifted both of those. Not that so much. There he did. 29 degree. So he's lifting it a little bit. He got some negatives in there, but okay. I do like that. William, you have any? All right. And Contreras has 27 plate appearances against his sinker too. He's lifting it. 22 degrees, -12 there, 35, 25 degree there. That's optimal. Um, okay. 10%. Hmm. William hasn't got there for a barrel Contreras there, but as I mentioned, those launch angles are nice. I do like. I will say first and foremost, I like Choreo for a hit against Sassoni here. However, I do like the. I know it doesn't look great right there, but he's almost there for a homer, and he's batting after Choreo. I want to say at third. He's batting third. Chorio's second. That's what I'm looking at. Like that. What are you giving up homers to? Sinker, four seamer, that sweeper a little bit. .21 degree there. Line out. That's almost optimal. Just got to get the exit velocity up. This is optimal right here. Just literally 3 degree. You got to hit it a little bit harder. Does have some negatives in there. So I will note that. Let's look at this sweeper for 1 second. So none of them are really hitting that sweeper, but let's look at these launch angles. 33 degree there for Jackson. 21 degree. I feel like Sassoni gives up a homer here. I'm just trying to find where it is. So not really there for Contreras. Um, I want to say Contreras hits one here, just off the fact I don't like. I see Choriel getting a hit, but does he get something that he can send um here? Does he pitch away from him? Like, as I mentioned, he's been hot, so I see him getting a hit, but I see him making a mistake with Contreras there. You got a couple ideal launch angles there that you're looking for. So I'll say he hits a homer there. Okay, we're still filtered to the left hand side. Let's see if like anything else. You got Singer here. You got Soto, Young, Ewing in that Mets lineup. Don't really trust their offense though, but somebody should go yard there. 270, 2.78 home run per nine versus lefties for Singer in a hitter's ballpark. I want to say when I looked at it earlier, Soto was very low for a home run. So, but that's a chalk play. You got Cabrera here against Colorado um, at home. Don't really like their lefties outside of McCarthy. Um, and then I think Moniak is on the IL, so nothing there. I want to say that's about it from the left hand side for me. Not doubling back on Yandy last night sold us. More than likely, we'll get a hit today against Robin Lesky.